Hey pals, it's Sassy Cassie, and welcome back to another reaction video of Arcane. Before we get started, I'd like to thank all of my subscribers and anyone watching this video. Thank you so much for watching and continuing to follow me on whatever journey I be going on. I'd also like to give a very special thank you to my patrons. Now, previously on Arcane, I don't know, there was kind of a lot. We have like 3 main storylines that are all interconnected, but they're all happening outside of each other. The first one is that we have, what's his name, Jace, the inventor dude, and like, you know, trying to protect people and protect technology, but like going down this political rabbit hole, and his partner Victor is like very sick and going to die, and they're having some issues there. You know, and then there's the whole like ousting the other professor dude. Like, he's just that character, and it's fine, and a lot of characters go through this, but like, I just feel like he's just that character that he's gonna make like every mistake possible, realize that it's wrong, and then, you know, try to make up for it at the end or whatever. Because I don't necessarily think he's like betraying Victor, but like it's not enough for Victor, but then he's like also playing the political game, so there's like all of that stuff. It's getting all messy and jumbled. Then we have like the other 2 plot lines, which are more intermingling at this point because of the 2 sisters. So we have like on Jinx's side, on the evil dude's side, you know, he's got this big master plan that he's been trying to like get going or whatever, and Jinx is like his mad genius, which she is. And the more I watch, the more I like feel bad for her. She's not necessarily my favorite character like Lisa. Like, Lisa loves Jinx. I don't love her, but I do feel bad for her because, like, especially in her mannerisms still being so, like, childlike, like, she just needed somebody to be there. And while that one dude was there for her, she, like, really, really needed her sister. And so the fact that she had, like, that whole breakdown, just shows me that even though they're, like, more grown up, she's still very childlike. She, you know, and she has all those voices and things in her head. Like, there's a lot going on there. And she's just I understand I think now when Lisa told me that she's just a very tragic character, because she is. But on the other hand, we have the older sister, Vi, and her mission with Caitlyn, how they're like trying to stop these things from happening because they're all connected to the one dude. And I don't know, he like runs the underworld. It's not the underworld, but the undercity. But it's affecting the rest of them, and it's just, you know, yeah. But then you have like the side quest characters that have to do a lot with it too. You have like the one officer dude who's like been doing stuff behind the scenes, and I'm just like, to what end? I thought for sure that after what he witnessed, he would have just, you know, maybe stopped, but maybe he was already in too deep to stop, and now in the current place of the show, he is definitely in too deep to stop. But that also puts his little girl at risk. So there's that. And then we have these other, I forget what they're called, but the organization on the little hoverboards, they've kidnapped Vi. There's all that going on. So like, I don't know. I'm sure we'll get to their story because they kidnapped Vi, but I want to know because they feel very vigilante-esque because they tried to burn all the toxic stuff. So like, I don't feel like they're for the evil dude of the Undercity, but I also don't feel like they're completely with the upper city. So I'm like, who are they? You know what I mean? So that's kind of the gist of where we are at in the story right now. And we're going to get into episode 7. We've got 3 episodes left. But for today's spring picnic snack, we have this fried rice cracker, and it is, what is it, honey soy flavor. It looked interesting, and again, I tried to break up my sweet and salty, otherwise I was just going to be eating sweet stuff. However, to match that, I got this peach ramune. I have never had peach flavored ramune. I usually only have like strawberry or melon or lychee. Those are usually the ones you see at the store. But when I went to the market, they had like a whole shelf full of flavors, and I was like, you know what? I want to try peach ramune. So let's get into that. I'm going to open this drink. This drink's going to be my little drink for the rest of these episodes because I'm getting them knocked out today. Not for you guys, but for me. All right. I have to laugh too because my roommate bought one and she was very excited, but she has rheumatoid arthritis, so I know she's not going to be able to open the Ramune bottle by herself. So I was like, whenever you want to try it, you gotta let me know. All right, here we go. Peach Ramune. Ah, so peachy. I like it. It's very sweet. Not necessarily like overly sweet, but very sweet. All right, honey soy or rice crackers. It's gonna be like the puffy where I couldn't open it. Haha! Got it. Oh, look at this. They're individually wrapped inside the bag. That makes things easier because I feel like I have to like wrap everything up just so like the smell doesn't attract bugs or something. All right, let's see. Individually wrapped rice, soy, or honey soy flavored crackers. All right. I like it. I know a lot of people don't like rice crackers. I actually really enjoy rice crackers with the fact that this has like, you know, more flavor. Because it's not like overly sweet or salty. Like not overly sweet from the honey, but not overly salty from the soy. Because I know sometimes soy flavored can often be kind of salty. I like it. Yeah. They're really crunchy though, so wow. I'm into it. Alright, let's watch Arcane. That was quite a start to the beginning of the episode. And these are the hoverboard people.
It's hard to give back while the politicians kick back. They say I'm only brick rap. Well, that's the foundation of this mountain that I live at. I can get you kidnapped. These kids ain't playing with you, acting like you live rap. And all those little mishaps that only...
I feel like this scene kind of reminds me of Spider-Verse a little bit, like the way they did their colors and like how it's slightly different information. Why do I feel like this is secretly the little boy? I'm gonna bet. I'm putting money on it right now.
You look good for a dead girl.
I knew it! My investigative skills have paid off. Or also, not really, because I'm a terrible investigator, but watching enough shows.
That was a long time ago.
Things have
People change.
Yeah, I'm getting that.
Are you working for Silco?
Why would she be doing that?
You.
I thought you were dead. Now you show up with a...
Everybody thought she was dead.
We have the capacity to change our nature.
And this is Shimmer?
A variant. It should provide everything one needs to survive a violent transition.
Will it work on plants?
You want to hear about the plants.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Love and legacy are the sacrifices we make for progress.
Don't do it, my dude.
It's
Don't
why
do
I
it.
parted ways with Heimerdinger.
Jace will understand.
No.
Perhaps.
Oh. He's like gonna be full judgmental and then probably realize the error of his ways because you're like his best friend.
This and Shimmer. It's hard to believe what they're capable of.
They?
Is that what's really bothering you?
He was my mentor, Mel. And I betrayed him.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't lose her. They took her.
She cares about the Enforcer. You saw it.
She was there for me, not the Enforcer. Why would I remember her name? Well, she's just some stupid topsider.
What is she doing to herself? Oh, she's stapling her leg back together. I don't know if I should be worried or not, but I feel like maybe she's going to fall deeper before she gets better. That's probably a bad way of putting it, but...
This is everyone we've lost. The price of our freedom. Some of it was Enforcers. Most was Silco. Your sister works for him not because she has to, but because she wants to. I'm sorry, but that's who she is now.
She works for him because she felt like she was left alone. But also, once she was in his clutches, I can't imagine that he would have just let her go or...
Was your friend able to help?
No. No, he said nature was resistant to this sort of tampering.
All right, we'll keep at it.
I don't know, man. I just feel a little stressed because it feels like it's headed in a really bad direction. But that's what I mean when I was saying that earlier. It's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. And I can't necessarily say that Jinx is going to get better, if I could word it that way. I just feel like she's going to fall down a deeper rabbit hole before maybe, I don't know. I don't want to say sees the light, but I feel like that's how those stories usually go. But I have a bad feeling. I feel like she's just going to have some sort of tragic end.
Rumor is, you dogs are for leash. How are you meant to bring Piltover to heal if you can't handle your own people? Huh?
Are they gonna kill this evil council here?
Oh, you don't recognize it. Have you forgotten where we came from? The mines they had us in? Air so thick it clogged your throat.
Is that why they always wore those masks down when they came down?
We came from a world where there was never enough to go round. Thin. That is why we fight. Do you remember?
Please. Please.
I was gonna say, why does he not need one?
Don't forget again.
Or maybe he's just used to it because of that, I don't know.
Good meeting.
So where are they that they have, like, the fresh air? Because even in the Undercity, they don't wear masks all the time. But when the Enforcers came down, they always wore masks. But this little tidbit about the mines makes a lot of sense.
Piltover looks vulnerable. It's too soon. Jace isn't ready.
Too soon for what?
There's one other thing. This arrived for you.
Is this from her family? The one that, like, disowned her.
I am your family. Everyone else betrays us. I need you.
This poor girl.
Now more than ever. You have to complete the weapon.
Also, what is the point of this? Why does he's gotta be, like, stabbed in the eye? Because, no, first of all, needles. Second of all, I don't like things in my eyes. This is why I don't wear contacts. I'm like Rachel from Friends, where all of them had to, like, hold her down just to get eye drops in her eyes. I have to, like, mentally prepare myself. So this, no, absolutely not. And I've had my fair share of needles because of how many times I've been in the hospital and they have to stick you with an IV literally every single time I go. It's not a pleasant experience, let me tell you. So this is just, I don't know. But, like, I don't know. I don't think that he doesn't care for her. I do think he's being manipulative, but it's all just gonna be real bad.
We could beat Silco with this.
That won't solve things.
Easy for you to say. Your people aren't dying all around you.
Echo, it's wrong what's been done to you. You'd be well within your rights to keep it. I couldn't blame you. But if you do, the cycle of violence will never stop.
What an interesting little theme. As if I've been watching this theme cycle of hate for almost 5 years.
We should prepare our own countermeasures.
You want us to build weapons? Absolutely not. That is not why we invented Hextech. We would shatter any attempt at peace. Heimerdinger would never go for this.
Heimerdinger's inaction is what brought us here. You said so yourself.
No, that's not actually quite what he
Peace is
said.
already broken, Jace.
Is
I'm
that
only asking you to prepare to defend your people. If we're lucky, we'll never need to use it. The decision is yours.
because I think it's actually their countermeasure actions that are causing this. Well, what's his name would be doing it already because he was already.
There is always a choice.
I need to think.
Maybe listen to your friend who's about to die or is currently dying. See, the way the music is building means that something bad is gonna happen. Oh no, not a blank page. Oh, I thought it was a blank page.
What are they? We call them firelights. Never seen so many, though.
I wonder why that is. Maybe it's a bad sign. Taking this into his own body? Because, yeah, that looks like they're just merging with his DNA or his cells or whatever.
It's just a goodbye hug. She wouldn't do that. Not again.
Mm-hmm. So they're gonna have a confrontation. Guess I could have guessed this, but...
Liar.
How is she
to leave this alone.
Interesting. Why are all the bugs reacting? Oh, they're mechanical. So not all of them are real. That explains a lot. That's so sad. Yeah, I thought that was going to be the end episode, not going to lie. But I guess because she feels that she was betrayed, that's why she did it. And that's maybe what she was waiting for, looking for. I really hope they didn't actually hit him. Ah. Armor. What? Is it that she hates her sister, or she hates Caitlin because she feels like Caitlin took her sister away?
Tell my daughter.
That is assuming that she's gonna get out of here alive. I assume she is because she seems like one of the main characters, but... Sees her as the enemy. Yes! Look at this epic scene! Woo! Wow. Smooth operator, this one. Oh no. Please don't die too. Does she even recognize him? Not that I think it would matter in her mind, but... This is a very interesting standoff. Oh no. Not them as little kids. Since they have the timer, see the way they do this little animation. Again, this really does remind me of what this kind of stuff that they did with Into the Spider-Verse. It's not quite like that, but just like the way they changed the animation and the stylizedness of it. Oh. Oh, they did it in slow motion for us before they did it for real. He can't do it. But then she's probably going to turn around and just do it because she's merciless and he has a heart. Well, I don't know. That's the end of the episode. Of course it is. But I refuse to believe that they're both dead. That just doesn't seem right. Considering this is like a tale of two sisters, it doesn't seem like, at the very least, that she's dead. I could maybe more believe that he might be, but I don't think she is. I hope that he moved out of the way in time. But this episode was infinitely fascinating. Just like, I feel like the turn of events that has occurred here, just the fact that Echo is the leader of this like vigilante group because, you know, they can't necessarily go to the top side because, you know, they're prejudiced, and they can't live in the Undercity necessarily because it's being overrun by evil and drugs, and they don't want any part of that. They want, you know, peace, happiness, a stable place to, you know, raise children so people don't have to die. But I also appreciated that they talked about the cycle of hate in this episode, which is a huge topic in Naruto, which I have been watching for almost 5 years now. So I think that it's just very interesting that we have such a relatable topic. And I think that it's interesting the way that it is like played. Again, I feel like Jinx is having like this really, really hardcore downfall, and even seeing like, not even necessarily seeing her sister as bad, like a betrayal, even though I feel like she's called her a liar. I'm pretty sure she was referring to her, but just like the way that she sees Caitlyn's face, because she's like, this girl essentially is responsible for this feeling. She's the one that did this. She's evil. She's taking my sister away from me. And the way that she has like, essentially, I don't know. I do think that it is also interesting that we go back to the episode about the, oh my gosh, the progress day where she captured that little butterfly. And I think that her taking those two things together, again, mad scientist, mad genius, but also making it look like a bug that already like highly populates the area. Still very sad though, but I don't know. I feel like them uncovering the corruption was just the beginning, because, you know, he tried to kill her, but then in his death, he was like, tell my daughter, essentially, I'm assuming the end of that sentence is that I love her. But I'm also like, obviously she will. She's a good person. But also, did you not do this to yourself? I'm not saying anybody deserves to be blown up by a mechanical butterfly, but I feel like he could have done something to stop this, or at least stood up for it. But I guess, again, at this point, he was in too deep. I don't know. I don't know enough about this story to be making these speculations. But like I said, I feel like this is going to get a lot worse before it gets better. And I think there's just a lot of misunderstandings between like Jinx and Vi. And there's probably going to continue to cause a much bigger issue until, I don't know, until it comes to a head, I guess. I don't think it's going to end well. I think it's going to end really, really badly. As in, I'm pretty sure either Vi is going to die or Jinx is going to die. I don't know. Anyways, the only other thing I wanted to get to is the professor dude making his way across the river. I want to know where he's going. I want to know what he's up to. I have questions about that. How's that going to come back around? So for now, thank you all so much for watching, and continue to follow me on whatever nonsense I'm deciding to watch. And until next time, bye.